Hi everyone, it's Fluid Art Thursday and we're going to do an abstract sunset today. We just got over the storm. Hope everybody is safe. That was in its path here in our town. We did get some rain and some wind, but we were very blessed and not any damage that I've heard of so far. We didn't have any damage ourselves. But hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Here we go. Do you remember a couple weeks ago we had the strainer pour and the black and the white and the red? Well, I let it dry and put a picture on MajicMixx, and I believe Roseanne says, well, that kind of looks galactic. So I embellished it a little bit, and I'm still not through playing with it, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to just play and have some fun, see what happens. And what I did is I added a lot of glitter. There is a lot of glitter on here. I'm trying to get the shine off of it. It does have a coat of polyacrylic on it. And I think I'm going to do some other, I think I'll put some crystals on it. Just play with it, see what it'll do. Whether the crystals will adhere, what kind of glue that I have to use. So if you ever do a pouring that you're not absolutely thrilled with, experiment with it, play with it, push it to its limits. That's what we as artists do. We push the art, the medium, to the extent of not being able to push it anymore, the what ifs. So, and our rainbow 5-cup flip pour, that turned out really pretty. Let me show you a picture of it. This turned out really pretty. So, trying to get the camera. You're probably getting dizzy, but that really turned out pretty. And I'll put a finish coat on it. Probably put it on my website, and I think it would make some really cool looking designs on coffee cups, maybe some t-shirts, the travel mugs. So I'll let you know what's going on with that. And I have a little canvas here. Got the push pins in there. Sounds really good. Unfortunately, with this little canvas, I don't know how it happened, but it did. I have a small hole right there. It's a very small hole. And what I thought I would do, I'm not going to be able to sell it. So this will be another canvas that I can experiment with. And what I'll do now is I'm going to put some tape on the back of it. I don't think any of the paint will come out the back end, but this is just going to be a precaution. And I just noticed it a while ago, and I haven't had time to do research if there is a way to mend a canvas. So that'll give me something to do for research. How to mend a torn canvas. I know there's probably got to be some way that they do it. But I'll let you know. So I'm just going to put this tape on the back. That'll keep the paint from running through. Make sure that it's down good and tight. There we go. And since this is kind of going to be kind of like a little abstract, I went ahead and drew a lightly sketch as to where I want the landscape and the sun and the sunset colors and the other sky. It's a good rule of thumb to do like 1/3 versus 2/3. So you can go either, but try not to ever go in the middle of your canvas because it doesn't look right. It's not balanced. It might be balanced in proportion, but your eye, it's not pleasing to the eye. So either do a 1/3, 2/3, and so that's what I've done here. And I'm going to turn the camera down to the workspace and we'll get started. Okay, here we go. And I've got most of the colors are already pre-mixed. If you do craft paint, do 50% craft, 50% Floetrol, then a little squirt of silicone. I've got some blue colors, some of the pinks and purples, some oranges, yellows, and the blacks. And I'm going to use this tool here, and this one will probably be the majority of the tools that I use for this. If not, I've got some other ones here. Now what I'm going to do first is the sky and then work it down here. And let's see, we have dark blue to light blue to give us a little bit of contrast. This blue here kind of has a teal color to it. It's a teal, which ought to be a really pretty contrast. And the light blue. Let's see here. All right, what I'm going to do here is just kind of dribble. And we'll do some light blue. And this is kind of a medium blue. I don't have much of this color. And I thought, well, this would be a good accent. There we go. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just a matter of getting some paint on the canvas. You can always add to it. All right, now going to need some paper towels. I really appreciate everybody tuning in today. We're doing an abstract sunset. And I think what I'm going to do is start this way, get it over the canvas edges. And then swipe it this way all the way across. This is a very light touch. And down to the sides. We'll start up here. It's nice, you can see the different shades. Might add some white to it. Give it a chance to do its thing first. Okay, let's see what that does. I'll wipe my tool off. But that's a pretty good beginning. We've got some different shading of the blues in here. So that's a pretty good beginning. Let's do some pinks in here. And I'm gonna do let's see, here we go. And just kind of like gonna do the same thing with the pink, just kind of dribble it in there. And some lavender. We've got some magenta also. Let's add some of that in there. Perk it up. Oops. That's okay. Maybe that'll end up being a happy accident, right? You can tell that I like to listen to and watch Bob Ross. Okay, now let's do some deep purple. That'll be some really pretty contrasts going on there. One thing about the squeeze bottles is you can pretty much control the amount of paint that's coming out. When you're doing this with the cup, it really is kind of skillful. You know, you have to pay attention to how much is going out there. And okay, we're going to take the swiping tool, do the same thing that we did to the blue. I'm going to push it over to the side just a little bit so we can cover those sides. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it over to the other side, very lightly, just barely touching the canvas and the paint. As you can see, it didn't get all of it. So we're going to start back over here again. Go up. Over the side. And I think I'll take it from the side and go. Just want it to barely get into that blue. You want them to intermingle a little bit. Might have to add a little bit more paint. Put you some waves in there. You know, it you know how the sunset is. It's not perfect geometrically, although it looks like it is, because sunsets are so pretty. I think I'm going to add a little bit of white to that. See what that does. I'd like for it to be a little bit brighter in color. Add some life to it. We're going to add some orange and yellow, so that will help too. There we go. This here. Wipe that off. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back this way. Yeah, I like that. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Sure, sides are covered. Okay, this is going pretty fast. All right, as you can see, the pinks and the purples have blended in really pretty. And now we're going to do the oranges and the yellows. I have a deep orange from Artist Loft, and then I took the bright yellow from Artist Loft and mixed it with the deep orange to make a paler shade of orange. And this ought to be pretty interesting here. Put some yellow in there, pick it up. Well, the sun is starting to come out here. Looks really nice after a couple of days of cloudiness and rain, which we really needed the rain. But it's nice to see that sun come through. I'm going to put the sun about right in here, but I want to swipe this first. Take it over our sides. Good. And we're going to come this way. I'm going to add some white into that too. I'm really liking how this pink and purple is blending. Yeah. Let's add some white. Here we go. This is a very basic sunset if you've not played with fluid art before, this is a good way to experiment with your tools, the colors. There we go. I think I'll add a little bit of this orange up in here, reflection. Pick up some here, just kind of dab it in there. Yeah, I'm going to go up into the sky a little bit. Pick up some of this pink and purple, put some up here. This can be blended in. I just want to get the colors in there now. Let's see. There we go. There. Okay, so we have a little bit of the color. I'm just going to gently spread this out. I think I'll add some white in this blue. Give it the illusion of some clouds up here. The white's getting lost. There we go. Put a little bit more over here. You know, put you some music on. Get into some really good music and your palette knife, a couple of popsicle sticks. There you go. Okay. Now let's put that sun in here. We're going to do about right here. Let's see, yeah, about right here. The circle. And we'll fill this in. And put some yellow in here. And just the tip. Put some white in here. Ah, there we go. Mix that in. I don't know if y'all saw that. Nice little white drop right there. There we go. Which kind of helped it because we've got some white going on in here. Might do a little bit more here. Kind of reflection of the sun going on here. There we go. Okay, now for the bottom, I've elected to do black. What, let's see, we're gonna do here. See if that's enough paint on here. Just gently pushing this black paint up to the other color. I am going to bring some of the black up above the color, like a tree line. Make sure your edges are covered. Some pretty dramatic colors going on here. Now this kind of sunset, you could do an ocean scene, some water on the bottom. Give it some waves and some sand. But this will allow you to, I'm going to put a little bit more paint on here, allow you to see what your colors do together. If you're not real careful, they'll start getting muddy looking. If you're mixing like up here in the orange and the purples, they'll get kind of brown looking. Okay, so that's our base. Now I'm going to take popsicle stick and kind of like go up in here. Let's see here. Just want to give it kind of an illusion of a tree line going on here. Nothing real straight. You could do mountain. Just kind of fill in the black. Where you think it needs it. Yeah, no tree line is completely straight across. Kind of reminds me of a western sky. Might just go ahead and put some of that sunset colors down in here. Let's see here. I'm gonna pick some up here on the side. Just kind of and I'm kind of bringing it out into a triangle shape, wider down here at the bottom, and then narrowing the color, the sunset towards the sun. There you go. That's a pretty good beginning right here. Let me turn this around for you so you can see. Yeah, the birds are really happy that it has stopped raining. We have a very nice collection of bird species over here that visit our backyard. And I'll put some blue on this back here, but this is a pretty good beginning. You could take something like this and really embellish it, put some more clouds, mingle the colors up a little bit more. But there you go. Very simple, abstract sunset. And I really appreciate y'all hanging in there, watching. I see the paint's dripping. Bring it back up, straighten those lines out. If you want to see more videos, please visit ChristinaHickey.com. Click on the YouTube button, become a subscriber. I'm going to start adding videos to the YouTube channel that is not on the MajicMixx channel. I'd really like to have quite a number. We're at 172 members on MajicMixx. I really appreciate it. And if you know of any of your friends that would enjoy these videos, please add them to our member guest list so they can join in the fun. Thank you all for watching, and bye for now. Hugs.